We can also use the word nearly. So nearly and almost mean the same thing. So we can say something is almost full or nearly full, or we can say something is almost empty or nearly empty. Okay, so almost and nearly mean the same. Then we also can use more and less. Okay, so something has more liquid in it, something has less liquid in it. Something has more volume, something has less volume. And then we can finally use greatest or least. Okay, so the one that has the most liquid in it has the greatest volume, and the one that has the least amount of liquid in has the least volume. Okay, so now, like we did last time, let's try and use these words to describe the volume of some different containers. So here we have 4 containers, and at the bottom we've got our word bank, okay, the words that we've just looked at. Now let's have a look at the first couple together. So we have a mug here. Now, the first mug, is it completely full? Is it completely to the top, the liquid? Well, no, it isn't, is it? So therefore, we can't use the word full on its own. And it's not empty because we can see that there's some liquid in there. And it's not nearly empty because we can see the liquid at the top, can't we? It's nearly touching the top. So therefore, we could say that this is nearly full or almost full. Okay, so there we go. I am going to write almost full there because it's not completely to the top, it's not completely full, but it's nearly full. Okay, it's almost full. There's only been a little bit that has been drunk. Okay, what about the next one? Well, I don't know about you, but I can't see any liquid in that cup. So therefore, it's definitely not full. It's definitely not nearly full. It's definitely not almost empty because I can't see any liquid at all. So therefore, I would describe this as empty. I can't see any liquid in there at all. Now, what I would like you to do is have a go at the next 2 on your own. So can you pause the video and have a think? How could you describe the volume in these next 2 containers? Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, year 2, so let's go through these together. Well, the pink drink, what do we think? Is it completely full? Is there pink juice all the way to the top of the glass? Well, no, there isn't, is there? So therefore, we can't say it's full, but then there is liquid in there, so we can't say that it's empty. Now, there's quite a bit of liquid in there, isn't there? It's nearly touching the top, so therefore, it's not almost empty. I would say, again, it's almost full, okay? Almost full. Now, what about the next one? Well, I can see that there is tea all the way to the top of that mug. If we put any more in, it would overflow, wouldn't it? So therefore, this mug is full. Okay, so well done if you got those 2. Okay, now here we have got 3 containers that are the same. Now, the first girl says each bottle has the same capacity, and she's correct there, isn't she? Because they're all the same, and if they were completely full, they would be able to fit, they would be able to hold the same amount of liquid if they were completely full. So therefore, yes, this girl is correct. But do we think that these bottles have the same volume? Have they got the same amount of liquid in each bottle? Pause the video now and have a little think for me. Okay, year 2, so have these bottles got the same volume of liquid in them? Well, no, they haven't, have they? Because we can see that there's only a little bit in the first one. The next one's almost full, isn't it? And the next one is half full, okay? So half of it's empty and half of it is full of liquid. So therefore, yes, this boy is correct. Each bottle has a different volume of juice inside. So well done if you were able to spot that too. So now what we're going to do is use the language more or less to describe the volume, okay? So we've got the children's names written above. We've got Whitney, Eva and Teddy. And the first 2 bottles that we're going to look at belong to Teddy and Whitney. Now, let's have a look at Whitney's and let's have a look at Teddy's. Now, which bottle has more liquid in it? Well, I can see that Teddy's definitely has more liquid than Whitney's. Okay, it's half full Teddy's, and then I'd say that Whitney's is just under half full. So therefore, we can say that Teddy has more juice than Whitney. Okay, now what about Whitney and Eva? Well, we can see that Eva's is nearly full, isn't it? It's only got that little bit at the top without any liquid in it. But then Whitney's, as we just said, is just under half full. So therefore, we can say that Whitney has less than Eva. Whitney has less juice than Eva does. Okay, now I would like you to have a go again at this one on your own. So Teddy has, is it more or less than Eva? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, year two, so let's have a look together while we're comparing Teddy and Eva. Well, we've just said that Teddy's is half full and Eva's is nearly full, okay? It's nearly at the top. So therefore, we can say that Teddy has less than Eva. Okay, so well done if you got that correct. So what I'd like you to do now is have a go at your worksheet, Year 2 Maths, 30th of June, Resource 1. And when you've finished, come back to the video because we're going to do some problem solving together. Okay, Year 2, so are you ready to move on to some problem solving? Fantastic. Okay, so this is our first question. Now, Sam here, he says the glass is nearly full. Now, we know if something is nearly full, it's almost touching the top, isn't it? Because if it's completely full, it's right at the top, but nearly full means just a tiny little bit has been drunk. So therefore, is Sam correct? Well, no, he's not correct, is he? Because we can see that the liquid is not nearly at the top, is it? It's not nearly full. So therefore, no, Sam is not correct. Now, I would like you to have a think. How could we describe the volume of this glass? So pause the video now and have a little think for me. Okay, Year 2, so how could we describe the volume of this glass? Well, we can see that the liquid goes halfway up the glass, doesn't it? So therefore, we can say that the glass is half full. Okay, it's half full of liquid and half not full of liquid. Okay, so well done if you managed to spot that one. Okay, let's move on to our next question. So tick the boxes to show if the sentence is true or false. Okay, so we've got nearly empty is greater than half full. Okay, so we have got nearly empty and half full. Okay, so which one is nearly empty? We can see it's the third one, can't we? Because there's not that much liquid left in it. Okay, so we've got our nearly empty as the third one. And our middle one, I would say, is half full. So half of it is full of liquid and the other half isn't. Now, this sentence is telling us that nearly empty, so the third one, is greater, is more than half full. Well, we can see that that's not true, can't we? We can see that nearly empty is less than half full. So therefore, this statement is definitely false. Okay, now let's have a look at the next one. Nearly empty is greater than empty. Okay, I would like you to pause the video and have a little think about this question for me. Okay, so how did you get on? Is this true or false? Nearly empty is greater than empty. Well, we know nearly empty means there's a little bit left in the glass, whereas empty means there's nothing left at all. So therefore, yes, this is true because nearly empty has more liquid than empty. It is greater than empty. So therefore, you can mark that as true. So well done if you got that correct. So now it's your turn. You have got a worksheet called Year 2 Maths, 30th of June, Resource 2. Now you have some problem solving questions that are similar to the ones we've just looked at together. Now, like last time, there are either the blue questions, which are slightly easier, and the orange questions that are slightly more challenging. So you pick which questions you would like to complete. Well, thank you for being so brilliant in this lesson today, Year 2, and I'll see you in our maths lesson tomorrow.